Are you tired of being weighed down? Have you fallen asleep on your health? This is your wake up call with my dad, Keith, my husband, Kyle, and me, Ashley.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 62, and this is your wake-up call. It's time to get up, get out, get going. And guys, it is crazy to think that day 62, roughly, you count 31-day months, we are 2 months into this experiment, lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it. We're 2 months in, and we're
of the way.
We're how much of the way? A fifth?
1/6.
1/6.
Yeah.
Six.
We do this 5 more times, and a year will be over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't know about you guys, but we're seeing results this time. And we talked yesterday about surrounding yourself with the right people and you know, people who can help to keep you on track. But I think the results we're seeing this time are way different. What do you guys think's making the difference?
Well, I'm moving a lot more. I am out walking and exercising, which is not something I usually do or have done in the past when I've been on certain diets and stuff. So that's definitely an element that has improved for me. It's also been a challenge because my scale has not been dropping accordingly, but I really do believe that it's because my body composition is changing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to see the muscles in my legs again. Well, there's still a ton of fat on them, but like they're starting to become shaped correctly again, you know? I mean, I still have a long way to go, but you can see my ankles more than you have in previous years, and like, I mean, I'm still walking around pretty hefty, you know? My body is still around 289, 290 right now, and that's just a lot of weight to be moving around. So I definitely think exercise is contributing to us losing, but it's just changing the way I look, you know, the way my clothes fit, even if the scale is not reflecting the numbers I want it to right now.
Well, I think that's a good way to put it. You got to get up and move. And
Yeah.
if you start out at 600 pounds and all you can do is, you know, walk around the house or whatever, and you hadn't been doing that, then that's what you need to do. And you need to improve every day and do a little bit more every day. But the exercise component of what we're doing, it's not only a physical thing, it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
And when you get up and you move and you accomplish certain goals or whatever, you feel better about what you're doing, and mentally you stay motivated.
Right.
Well, and I think one of the things I've learned is, you know, I dreaded walking, and I still dread walking. It's just making the conscious decision to ignore it and get it done. It's just kind of like, okay, the faster I get out there and get this walk done, the sooner I'm done with it, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. That kind of like focused time, sometimes you just got to push yourself into it. But the first time I did it, I was just gassed. By the second or third time, and even now, I noticed this yesterday. I had to run to a different building on campus, and the walk during summer last year I would have dreaded it because it was, you know, to me it was such a long walk, and it was so hot, and, you know, just trying to lumber myself over there, just trying to move all of this weight, because I was probably, the highest target scale will go, I think, was 415, and I was kind of up there around that, probably heavier than that, but it would read 415, and just moving that much weight across campus, I would get winded. I'd be sweaty. I'd put major strain on my body. Well, yesterday, I just tore out of my office. I had to be at a meeting across campus. It was hot out yesterday. I mean, sun was...
It was really hot yesterday.
Coming down. And I was on my phone. I was texting Ashley, and we were conversing because she had gone to kind of a day camp with some girls that we know, and was helping out there. And so I was texting her as to what was going on, and then a buddy of mine texted. So I'm walking across campus answering text, and in no time I'm in this other building, and I'm not sweating, and I'm not hot, and I'm not winded. And it was just kind of like this, okay, that's
not even realizing what you were doing.
Yeah, I got over there, and then I looked up and I was like, how did I get here so quickly? Because I was booking it, and I didn't realize it. Which has been kind of cool. You think about where you start out at. It's kind of like getting an old, rusted machine moving again.
Yep.
You watch these guys who do restoration work. I really like people who make things with their hands, and they take old things that are rusted and frozen up and can't move, and they start with the smallest movements. And they make sure it's lubricated, so they douse it in machine oil, but they don't start by trying to run the machine full throttle. They just kind of make little small back and forth movements. And if they can get the machine kind of rocking back and forth, they start to break some of that rust loose, which frees it up some more, and they can move it back and forth some more, which breaks it up some more. And they do that until they get a full range of motion. And once they get a full range of motion, boom, they can get it running. And I think the human body's like that. When we're stagnant, when we don't move, when we sit around, when we're sedentary, the thought of, I kind of had a breakdown the first walk that we did in the 60-day period. That was what, 3 or 4 days in, Ashley, when we went to the track?
We went to the track on the first day.
On the first day, okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of had like I had a major mental struggle there, because I just knew the limitations of my body, or I was convinced the limitations of my body would not allow me. And sure enough, we got we didn't even get 3 laps in, and my body was already starting to kind of break down. My calves tightened up really bad. Couldn't move them. They kind of locked up. But the crazy thing is, if you lubricate the body, drink plenty of water, right? You fuel it properly, you put the right food into it, which also helps with that lubrication. So your joints, your cartilage and stuff gets enough water in it, it swells. Your tendons, your ligaments, they're all hydrated. Your muscles are hydrated. And then you pump nutrition into your body, true nutrition, not a tablet or a pill, but, nutrient-dense food into your body. Your body's going to respond appropriately when you get ready to get out and start doing this stuff. And you start with little things, do the little extra things all over, and before you know it, you've kind of broke the machine. You've freed up all the rust, and you start to move, and then it's off to the races, because then you can start to do some serious work. And that, to me, that's cool. It's just cool. I've seen it happen in myself. Like now, I get out and do a walk across campus, no problem. Didn't even think about it. No big deal. I've seen Ashley. Ashley, you've been doing that with your walks here lately. Your walks.
I'm just thinking about where I was when I started this whole thing, 2 months ago. And for the first few weeks, I didn't do any kind of exercise because I was sick. my body was in major detox mode. I just felt awful. And, it really took me about 2 weeks to finally start feeling normal, you know. And then I started off really slow. Like, I turned on a walking video that I barely made it through, you know. It was a 15-minute 1 mile walk, and it kicked my butt. I remember this. And I'm thinking, man, that was tough. But I was also excited that I actually made it, you know. And then I kind of kept adding on to it. I kept doing a few little more videos, and I kept, you know, getting easier. And then I decided I was going to go start walking outside one day. And I started with 3/4 of a mile, and then I would do that a few times, you know. And then I decided, well, 3/4 of a mile is a stupid thing. I need to find a loop that's more like a mile so I can have a better idea of what I'm doing and not be like a math star, you know. So then I widened my loop to a mile, and I did that once or twice. And now I find myself, I get up, and after we record, that's the first thing I do is I go outside and I walk that at least 3 times. And there have been mornings I'll sit on my porch for 10 minutes and decide, well, I need to go do that again. And I get up and I walk a 4th mile. And then I do what I need to do all day. And Kyle gets home and I go and walk another mile with him. And if I get on Fitbit and someone else is beating me, I put on another video. What am I? Like,
yeah. What's going on?
How did this happen? I'm jogging, like, not outside yet, like around my living room, literally jogging around for a whole song and not dying. Like, you know, like, what is going on here? And this week my walking, I feel almost like a failure, but I did a lot this week outside of exercise. Like Kyle mentioned, I was helping with the girls' camp this week, and so I didn't go on my walk Thursday or Friday because Wednesday night I stayed all night at this girls' camp and never went to sleep. So I came home and slept Thursday morning. Thursday night I stayed till like 2 a.m. So we got up and I recorded, and then I went back to bed, you know.
Yep.
And also my Fitbit quit working this week. Kyle got it fixed last night, but that made me really, really upset and sad. And speaking of Fitbit, Dad, how did you get almost 80,000 steps in 5 days?
I just walked a lot.
I looked on there last night, and Dad had like 79,000 something steps for 5 days. This is from Monday through Friday. I was like, man, he's getting it this week. It was pretty awesome.
Yep. Just getting out there and moving.
Just moving, man. Yeah. I really enjoy starting my day with a walk. I feel more productive, and I stick to my food better because I'm like, I know I didn't get out there and sweat my butt off for an hour to eat, you know, this cookie or whatever it is that I am thinking about. I know I didn't get out and walk 7 miles today to go and eat McDonald's, you know.
Right there you go. That's
you
the
know,
whole
like,
point.
If you're putting in the work, you are not going to self-sabotage because it was hard to get out there and sweat. And you are not going to go to McDonald's and ruin all that time and effort you put in. That's right. Just a fact. You know, you're not going to do it.
Too much hard work put in to destroy it with a Big Mac.
Right. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, exercise has definitely been a major component, and you know, it keeps you on track too, guys. It keeps you on track in all ways, and it helps you feel better. And I'm really bad about, especially like in the summertime when I don't actually have to be anywhere most days of the week, I would get up and not leave the house at all and not see the sunshine at all. And by the time Kyle got home, I'd be in such a bad mood and so sad and so depressed because I've been, stuck in the house all day, and got nothing done because I've just gotten down on myself. Well, now that I'm getting up and seeing the sunshine every day, or even not seeing the sunshine, just seeing the outside, being outside, I may not have any human contact, but I'm still in a better mood because I've been outside and accomplished something first thing instead of gotten up and started watching TV. It's all about getting out there and doing something, getting out there and moving, getting out there and soaking in the sunshine because you need vitamin D.
Yep.
And that's the easiest way to get it, is to get out there and be out in the sunshine. So yeah, y'all have anything else to add about this? About exercise?
No, just keep doing it. That's the main thing.
Just keep going.
Yeah. I didn't do well in our walking competition this week. Like I said, I didn't go on any walks for 2 days and my Fitbit quit working, but I think Kyle said you fixed it last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, next week it's on. I'm getting back on it. I don't know that I can get 80,000 steps, but I sure can try.
Do anything you set your mind to.
How many miles is that, Dad?
Let me look at my phone. I'll tell you.
That's just
I did
outrageous.
a little over 13 miles yesterday, and I had, up until that point, I think I was like at 28 for the whole week, so I almost did half.
Yeah.
What I did in 4 days yesterday.
Yeah, and you got 25,000 steps. I saw you got a new badge. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just kind of set a goal on Monday, what I was going to do through the week and what I was going to try to do Friday.
Yeah.
So kind of mapped it out and just did what I said I was going to do, what it amounts to.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's a lot of steps, a lot of miles.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm not going to do that every week or whatever. I shift my focus back and forth between the weight training and the walking and stuff because I've got some problems with my ankles and knees that have accumulated through the years, so I'm not able to do that every week, but I made it a point to do it this week.
Well, I'm glad you did. I was very impressed when I looked on there last night and saw all that. So, good job, Daddy-O.
It was fun.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Get out there and just get out in the sunshine, man. Walk around the block once or twice. Walk around the neighborhood. Just go outside. Do some yard work. I promise you will feel 100 times better. And if you get out there and sweat, it's going to keep you from eating those candy bars. I promise. Seriously, because if you're going out there and sweating and you're not used to that, that's not something that your mind is going to quickly forget. So, thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to find us on social media. Get out there and wake up and change your life. We'll be back tomorrow with our Sunday summary. Bye, y'all.